ladies, to another edition of the AWSA Book Club Moment. My name is Linda Goldfarb, your host. I'm glad that you're here with us today. We have an incredible AWSA mom, and her name is Brenna Stull, and her book is called Coach Mom, 7 Strategies for Organizing Your Family into an All-Star Team. Now, I have a little bit of a athletic background, so immediately this title just jazzes with me. And there may be some of you out there that are going, wait a minute, I'm not into sports, It's okay. This is for you too. You're going to love the tips, the strategies. It's going to bring your family into what I like to call formation. You're going to absolutely love it. So Brenna, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I was winging things pretty good until baby number 4.
Ah.
I had 3 boys and had the 4th boy, and we couldn't get anywhere on time. I could never find my keys when it was time to leave the house.
Oh.
They couldn't find their shoes, among many other things. And I just started praying, Lord, I need help. I need help. Please show me some ways that I can bring order to our home, that we can organize, and that we can get somewhere on time. And the Lord really brought me some ideas, and my neighbors saw a difference in me and began asking questions. And what was funny was, what started this book was a home study. 9 of my neighbors came. It had a really cheesy name, the Eternally Efficient Home, because we talked from a God's perspective,
right,
trying to honor God through our homes. And all 9 women came, who I invited, and came every week, and we just talked about the strategies, and we were so excited.
Oh, well, this is great. So what are some of the strategies that you share with the ladies in your book?
Okay. One of the things I love to talk about is how important family dinner is.
Okay.
A study done by a professor at Harvard over an 8-year period involving 65 families showed that the family dinner had a greater impact on a child's development than playtime, story time, and even education. And when I read that, I realized, this is good news. This is really good news, because we can all do family dinner. We can't all send our child to what we think is the best school,
right,
or can't afford the time or the money to do that. But every family lives somewhere, and whether they have a family kitchen table or not, they need to eat. And just the main thing is, it's not important what you eat or whatever, but it's sitting down to connect, turning the TV off, and having that time. And that's just one way that really builds the unity of the family.
Now, throughout the book, you share a lot of the experiences because God brought you to and through this,
yes,
and working with your family. So your family was like the guinea pig,
yes,
of everything that was happening, and then the other 9 families that were out there as well. What are some of the fun things or that comes to your mind of your family working together?
Yes. One time that I just really loved was, it was the day after Christmas, and I'm looking around and just thinking, oh, it's just depressing, thinking about putting away all the Christmas decorations. And I just was getting really low, thinking, I don't even want to face this day. And then I thought, wait a minute, I speak to moms about teamwork, making the most of the child's talents,
right,
identifying the strengths of each child, and making work fun within the home. We can do this. So I set up some tables. I called first my 3-year-old and 5-year-old and said, okay, you guys are in charge of looking around the house. Everything that you see that's Christmas related, except for the breakables, bring them to this table. So they started scurrying around. And then my outdoorsman, who was 7 years old, Caleb, he went with his dad, and they worked on outside lights and getting all the outside things together. He loves working with Dad. My oldest is really good spatial relation, can just really see things. And we brought down all the plastic bins and said, you are our packer, our expert packer. And he began just packing away things. My second child is more creative and can't stay focused as much. So I said, you are with me for whatever I need you. And I just would tell him, go grab that, go take that. And he's great with that because he has a great attitude. I said, okay, this is the deal. Our goal is to do it in under 2 hours. And we've got rewards along the way. Every 30 minutes, you're going to receive points if you have a good attitude and things like that.
Oh, very good.
We finished, had all the decorations down on the inside of the house and the outside of the house in an hour and a half, up in the attic, packed away. And we told them we'd all take them to get kids meals because we never sprang for 5 kids meals because it was too expensive.
Right.
And so we were driving there, and I was cutting out little ribbons like best packer in history and all this, and I'm giving them away, but I just was crying, and I said, you guys, this is the best gift, Christmas gift I've ever had.
Wonderful.
And I thought, our team has never looked better or stronger than today, and they've helped me every year since.
Oh, and that's a blessing. And what I'm hearing from you is, and this is so important, I think this is very important, you tapped into the strength of your children.
Right.
And you didn't get one who was fidgety to sit down and try to make them quiet.
Right.
You used their strength, finding out about their personalities and knowing who they are. And the only way you can know who your children are is to spend time with them, which is what you do, and making work fun.
Yes.
You know, we were created to work. In the garden of, when God created Adam, work was a fun thing. And God actually had to say, okay, wait, you have to stop. We can't work every day. I'm sorry, we just can't do that. We have to stop and we have to rest on one day. But so many of us were like, work, I can't stand work. But if we can start in the home and have that work ethic as a fun thing, this is great. This is wonderful. Now, we're talking about Christmas was just one moment in time. And you work on more things. Now, we have a lot of viewers that maybe they have little children. And they're thinking, okay, well, we can do it one time, but I'll tell you what, in 5 hours, that place is a mess again. Can we really have a clean house, especially if we have little children?
You know what? There are things that you can do just throughout the day, and we've always done this, just little pickup sessions.
Okay.
You can turn on music and say, we're all going to run around, and you've only got until the music stops. So see how many things you can pick up. You might go room by room. We have little things. I don't like to motivate a ton with food, but we do what we call take energy pills, like every 20 minutes or something for really hard work, and that might be M&Ms or Skittles or something like that. And I just remember one time the timer going off, and my 4-year-old Micah was running through the house and he was like, time for more injury pills! So it was just funny, but doing things like that are great. But one thing about I know one frustration of young moms is never seeing their home clean all at once. And I was really frustrated with this. And then I realized, again, one day, wait, we can do this. We were all home, and I thought, how can we do this? We brought the stroller in. All moms have a baby stroller.
Right.
We used a caddy with cleaning products. We put that on the stroller. We brought trash bags to collect cracked trash as we went through the house, a laundry bag to collect laundry, an extra box to take things and put things in there that belong in a different room, but we're not going to go chase a rabbit over there right now. We put the phone on there in case it rang, 2 water bottles. And I looked at my oldest son and said, we're on a mission today. Well, he's very task-oriented, goal-oriented, and the most important thing I put on that stroller was the timer. Because we would look at each other and say, what can we do this room in? And I just asked him, what do you think? Is this 5 minutes? Is this 7 minutes? And we had the feather duster, and we would just, make the bed, do the feather duster from down, and we were like running, and he'd be like, I'll go get the trash, and then I'll do the toilet, and then we'd come and we'd vacuum our way out, and we'd see it for what it needed to be and try to get it before the timer went off. And I'll never forget, one day, he's 10 years old, he turned around and he had the feather duster, and he turned around and he said, Mom, I just love these cleaning days. And I was like, oh, capture this moment. This will never happen again, probably. But
no, but he's going to make a wonderful husband.
You know what?
Wonderful husband.
Exactly. And he felt great about it because he was accomplishing something, and I was paying him by the hour. Now, the problem was all the younger kids, but the great thing is my second son, he is all about play. He's the creative one. He's like the Pied Piper with little kids. So I looked at him and said, I will pay you to go in this one room, in the baby's room, and entertain the baby and the toddler. All you need to do, play music, play games, just make sure they don't get hurt. And he's always up for fun and games. So I knew that he'd take care of that. So there in one room, we would sweep through the entire house in about an hour and a half. And of course, that one room was a total disaster. But I knew I could deal with one room.
That's right.
At that point, I could deal with one room. it was satisfying. The young kids loved it because they were getting to play. My third son could go either way. He was 5, and he actually can stay on task pretty good, and sometimes he came with me to earn some money, maybe 30 minutes or an hour. Then he would go back and play with the others. So my oldest one earned, I think it was $3 an hour. Derek earned $1.50 an hour, but those types don't care about money anyway, so he wouldn't even remember if I paid him. So it worked really well.
Now that's wonderful, because what you've done is you've taken a task that could be mundane and you've made it fun. And I think with the title, Coach Mom, it really is having that organizing. I liking that you're doing that in a time structure, because it is giving your children then structure as well. And that's really what we have to have. If we have organized structure and it's fun, they learn borders, they learn parameters. So this is really good. Now we're gonna end up here. What about the mom who's just surviving and says that the last thing that she needs to do is get another book and add one more list or one more thing to the list that she has to do? What are you going to tell to that one woman, or the women that are out there saying, I've done this enough, no mas, no more?
Yes, and I know how it is when you're just in survival mode.
Right.
I really felt I was in survival mode for at least 2 to 4 months of every one of the kids, all 5 of them when they were newborns. And I know it's frustrating. You feel your house is out of control.
Right.
You feel your spiritual walk is slipping.
Right.
I would always feel like, Lord, about a month or 2 into it, I used to pray for nations, for national leaders, for revival of the city and all this, and my prayers just amounted to, please help the baby sleep, please help me sleep, please help the baby sleep, please help me sleep. And it would be so frustrating, but the Lord used a verse in Isaiah 40 every single time. He brought this to my attention in such a precious way. And Isaiah 40 talks about the Lord as our shepherd, and how he gathers the little lambs and carries them close to his heart, and how he gently guides those who have young. And he would remind me, I am still guiding you.
That's right.
We're just going slower. Your arms are full.
That's right.
And that was so encouraging to me. And I remember one morning when I was determined. I had not been sitting down to read my Bible or pray like I normally did in the mornings for weeks. And I thought, I'm getting up no matter what it takes to get time on myself. I got up at 5:30, and I'm not a morning person. And I knelt down by the sofa, and I just breathed a, oh, good morning, Lord. And then I heard these footsteps coming down the hall. And I was just, at first, I just thought, maybe if I don't move, he won't see me. Maybe he'll go away. I didn't even want to turn around, because I just thought, Lord, I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning, and I still can't get time alone with you. And you know what I thought? The Lord spoke to me. Whoever welcomes the little children welcomes me. So I turned around, and I took that baby in my arms, and I knew I was welcoming God. And we have to know that the things that we do each and every day are important to God. When we're changing diapers, when we're wiping the counter off, when we're laying on the floor and working a puzzle for the 10th time in a day. That's important to God, and we need to recognize it as we are impacting eternity, as we build up our kids and the Lord. The book, I would just encourage, the book is not an overwhelming book. It's written in small, easy to digest sections that a mom can sit down if she's having trouble with one certain area and just spot that section.
Kind of like spot cleaning.
Yes.
So that she can go through the book and
Yes.
find those.
So I hope this will be a help to help every mom embrace each day and those in it with joy.
I know that it will. I know that it will. Brenna Stull is our awesome mom today, and she's an awesome mom, a coach mom, and we're encouraging you that life can be overwhelming. It can be so stressed out, but it depends on where your focus is. God first, family next. No matter how many children, even if you just have one and it's a little bitty one, you can start from the very beginning, as Brenna's sharing with us, and you can raise them up so that they love the Lord, they love the opportunity to work, and they know that they can praise Jesus throughout the day. We put on some of that praise music and have a great time. So we encourage you to check out Brenna's website. Where can they find you?
www.brennastull.com.
All right, BrennaStull.com. Pick up a copy of her book. We look forward to having more time with you as we share another Awesome Mom's incredible book right here on the AWSA Book Club Moment. Thank you.